Hola, bienvenidos a mi canal. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kalissa, and today is exciting because we are going to be demoing, reviewing, and trying out the new Beauty Blender foundation. I'm so excited. This is the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation, and I'm going to tell you everything about it, but I'm very excited to try out this foundation. And this foundation is a water-based foundation, which is really good, so that's amazing for people that have like oily skin. I think it's going to be good for all skin types, but you will find out how it applies. I'm going to show you everything here live right on my channel. Let's just talk about one elephant in the room, the shades that they came out with. I just hope that everybody who wants to try this foundation out has their shade, and if they don't, to reach out to Beauty Blender so that they can make more shades. Even though when I was looking at the picture, I was like 3 rows of light skin and then 1 row of dark skin, but you know, it is what it is, and that's what they came out with. So I, you know, fortunate enough I was able to find my perfect shade, and I hope that if you do want to try out the foundation that you are able to find your perfect shade. I just feel like, you know, it should have just been like even, like 2 rows of deeper skin and then 2 rows of like light skin. If you guys want to know my thoughts on this foundation, just keep watching. Okay guys, so before we go into the Beauty Blender foundation, I have to prep my face. The thing that I'm going to go in with is my Peter Thomas Roth Potency Power Serum, and I'm just going to be putting this on my forehead. Well, this foundation is supposed to be a liquid whip longwear foundation, and it's supposed to be like a velveteen finish, which means it's going to be matte. So because I don't absolutely love matte foundations, I'm just going to be making sure that my skin is very hydrated and soft and supple and dewy. I'm going to be using the Farsali Rosegold Elixr, and you have to make sure to shake it. I'm going to use that as my moisturizer, and then I'm going to go in with some primer. I know I used this in my last video, but I've really been loving this primer, so I'm just going to be using the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base to prime my makeup today. Oh, this primer is so amazing. It's so good. Alright, coolio. So now we're going to move on to trying out the new Beauty Blender foundation. I got it in the shade 3.30. So of course I busted out my pink Beauty Blender. This is how the foundation looks, and I absolutely love it. When they were posting the pictures about it online, I just thought that I was like, Beauty Blender couldn't have done a better job on the actual packaging. I think that it's gorgeous, and it's extremely different from anything that we have. And I love this because if you're wondering like why the pump is like that, I'm going to show you. You actually squirt it out and it goes onto this. So this is basically like a foundation dish. Like if you don't have something like this to put on your makeup, they made it so that you do have a dish, but it's on like, it's connected to the foundation, which is so freaking cool. Side, super cute. The back, it's really nice because it also has a lock too, so that it doesn't squeeze out. So you just turn it and it's actually stopped. Cool. It just says bounce in the back. This is my color, 3.3. This comes with 1.0 fluid ounces, 30 milliliters, which is the standard for a lot of foundations. I bought mine in Sephora.com. This foundation cost $40, which I think is pretty standard. The that I got is 3.3, and 3.3 is described as a medium plus with warm olive undertones, which is what I do have, especially when I am tanned. But I'm actually looking, and they are sold out of so many different shades. Like they only have the deeper shades, and then they only have like a couple of the light ones, and the shade actually that I am using today, as of today, it is sold out. So hopefully make sure that if you are wanting to get this foundation in your in the shade that you think you are is sold out, just make sure to, they have on the bottom here, email me when it comes back in stock, which I actually did that for the Huda Beauty foundation, and it emailed me right away and I was able to get it. We are going to play with this foundation. I'm so freaking excited. So I just want to zoom it in a little closer so that you can see. So it says on the box, let me read the box so that we can like both know. Get a new product, the first way that you should try it and the best way that it should be used is how it's intended to be used. This is a weightless buildable whipped liquid that can be layered from medium to maximum coverage to address both the tone and the texture. It's never dull or greasy, and the skin gets that pro artist velveteen finish look that looks perfect in real life and on screen. It's full coverage, it's a velveteen finish, it's moisture boosting hyaluronic acid, which means it's gonna moisturize the skin, and it has antioxidant rich white birch extract. So the directions are to hold the bottle at a 45-degree angle, so not like 45-degree angle, kind of like that, I'm assuming. And then it says, and dispense the foundation onto the reservoir to create a surface for mixing, or pump directly onto the sponge or your skin. Then use a damp beauty blender sponge to blend out your foundation, building coverage as desired. You can either squirt this onto the beauty blender, which is something that I don't really like to do, or you can squirt it onto here, which is something that I do love to do. So I want to make sure that I am zoomed in. Put it on my beauty blender, I guess. What I really like to do is like dot it onto my skin. I'm just going to dot it onto my skin. It feels, I don't want to say like it feels like thick, but it do feel thick. The beauty blender and just blend it all out. Alright, yo, this definitely has coverage. Shut up. So you could still see the bump, but oh my god, this is some good coverage, boy. I guess before I never noticed it, but even though I'm kind of dark, I don't want my face to be too dark, because the thing is that my face is never gonna match my body exactly naturally. So I feel like when I put like a deep foundation that does match exactly like my body, my face looks like kind of dirty. Colors, if you're like MAC savvy, if you're like an NC 45 and below, and let's say you have dark like under eye circles, or you have like dark spots on your skin, so you can't just use a concealer on top of those dark spots, because then it's going to turn gray. So you need like a peach corrector to cancel out the color and then to put the color on top, right? So basically that's kind of how it is for my skin. So like you cannot put a really dark foundation on really light skin, because it's just gonna look like muddy and it's gonna look kind of dirty. Like for me to match my body, I need to bronze the hell out of my face. I feel like in the monitor it seems like this foundation is kind of light. I actually really love the color. Wow, this looks freaking amazing on my skin right now. And you know what? It doesn't even look like too matte. Like it looks like just like natural. I mean, let's be honest, I put like a shit ton of oil and stuff, and like the Huda Beauty primer is really like dewy. So that definitely helped. I'm loving how my skin is looking. It looks so freaking gorgina. Mío, qué belleza, coño. Tu mami se ve bien. This looks so stunning right now. So I think that this might be like my, I don't know, this shade is just so perfect. It's like, it's exactly how I described it. It's medium plus skin with olive undertones, and it just doesn't look like that at all. I love it. I mean, I'm really excited. I also want to do a wear test on this and let you guys know how it looks. Everything that I always want in a foundation. I want it to look like my skin. I want it to be good coverage. And I want it to cover everything, but I don't want it to look thick. I don't want it to look cakey. I want it to be buildable. But this, I didn't even have to build it. because also full coverage, like in a good way though, not like cakey, like ugh, it looks horrible on the skin. Seriously, shooketh, obsessed. I don't even know what to think. Next on, let's just move on to the rest of my skin. So for concealer, I'm going to use my Mercier concealer in the shade 1N. So I'm just gonna let you guys know, if you are wondering why I'm not using the, oh my gosh, why I'm not using the Beauty Blender to apply my under eye powder. It's just that I feel like when I use, like I like to use my Beauty Blenders like 2 or 3 times in a row, and I feel like I always have to wash it every single time I use it with a, like if I, like right now it doesn't have any powder, and then if I go in like with the powder and then tomorrow I just like wet it, like it won't look like there's powder residue, but my foundation and stuff doesn't come out as pretty. But this, if you just have this, you can definitely, I mean that's just me being picky, you know, just like my preference. But the Beauty Blender still does a really good job, and that's what I was using, but I found that it's just more convenient for me to use my powder puff. Whirl lip liner by MAC. Wow, I really overlined my lips today. I'm going to take is going to be the Inglot and Jennifer Lopez lipstick in the shade J205 Flor. Como la flor. Then I'm just going to take the Jennifer Lopez lip gloss in the shade Pinky. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. But it is right now 12:16, so it's been, I believe, about 10 hours, I would say, since I've had this foundation on. And I have to say, when I look into the mirror, nothing like crazy has happened. When looking at my foundation, all I see is a little tiny bit of maybe like some settling into my lines, just a little bit here. But where I have the most problem area is right around my nose, above my lip, and on my chin. That's where foundations start to go like really bad. But honestly, I think it still looks super smooth. I did get super, you know, oily in my nose area and on this part, which is normal for me because I always end up with a really glossy nose by the end of the day. But I think that my skin, like my cheeks, look really pretty, and I did not set this with any powder. Overall, I think that for the formula and the way that it applied, I give it a 5. And the long wearing portion of the foundation, I would honestly give it a 5 out of 5 because I still think it looks really good and it's fit all my needs perfectly. I just want to touch a little bit on the shade range one more time. I don't like to spread negativity. I'm never going to be spreading negativity on my channel because that's just not me. All I could do is sit here and tell you my personal opinion. I feel like there was room for them to do at least 10 more shades of deeper shades, because I was looking at Shayla's video that she posted, I believe today, and I was looking at the swatches that she was doing. I think that the tones were really nice, so I don't feel like the tones are like funky. Deepest one I think was really nice because it was neutral. It wasn't too golden and it wasn't too red. Like the analogy that she said, that it's like walking up a stairs and then like you go from like color to like from one tone to the next tone, to like a gradient. And I do feel like in the deeper shades there were some inconsistencies. Like I feel like they definitely should have at least rounded it to 40 shades. I think that if they would have maybe added like at least 8 more shades of deeper tone, I think probably people would have been like not as quick to be like, because now when they come out with it, it's like people are gonna be like, I'm not even gonna support that brand because like they said, I don't want to be an afterthought. It's true, everybody, you know, there are a lot of different skin tones that like to wear makeup. I hope that you can find your shade in this formula because the formula is bomb. Guys, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a comment down below on anything, and make sure that you click the notification bell in order to be notified of when I post a new video, so that you can be in the know of when I post a new video. So yeah, if you are planning to get the new Beauty Blender foundation, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you are getting it or if you like it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye.